Hello lovely artists. I've made a short video here about making your own homemade Stay Wet palette. Now you can buy Stay Wet palettes, but they're quite expensive. And one of the things about working in an acrylic paint is that paint dries out reasonably quickly. If you're sitting there just working for a couple of hours, you'll probably be fine. But if you want to leave a gap of a few hours in between painting or come back to the painting the next day, a Stay Wet palette can be really, really useful. So just using things that you can find in your home, I've got a little video of how to do that and I hope it helps. So I've got a couple of these plastic containers that you get vegetables in. A little square of blue towel. This is kitchen grade blue towel. You can use kitchen roll as well. And this is in two little sections, so I'm going to put the kitchen towel in there. And then you pour a bit of water in and let it soak into the towel. But you don't really want any excess water. You don't want it to get too wet. So once you poured it in, I usually drain the excess water, pour it back out again. So this is nice and wet, but you haven't got loads of water sitting. And then I've got a square of greaseproof paper. It's the most cost effective, really, greaseproof paper, and I use quite a lot of it. You can also use tracing paper, it's a bit more expensive. But at the moment, greaseproof paper is quite hard to get hold of for some reason. There we go. And then you've got your little pot. And you're going to it will keep the acrylic paints moist for a lot longer. So if you want to take a break, I've got a second one. You can put that over the top. And if they're the same size, this works quite well with an elastic band. You can just pop that on. And that will keep the paints dry, wet, certainly till the next day, maybe a couple of days. After a while, if you leave it for a few days, it will dry out, or it gets a bit smelly if you leave it for too long. But it's certainly a good way if you're working over 2 or 3 days on the same painting. You want to keep the same palette. Very cost-effective way to make a Stay Wet palette because they're quite expensive to buy. Hope that helps.